For fuck's sakes, Braden, was that it? For fuck's sakes, Braden, was that it? You're a fucking idiot. For fuck's sakes, Braden, was that it? You're a fucking idiot. For fuck's sakes, Braden, was that it? You're a fucking idiot.
All right, can we hear this? All right, can we hear this? Fuck's sakes, Brayden, you're an absolute jackass. Alrighty, let's go to Deep Forest. A deep forest. Boom, boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, boom, boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Alrighty. Also, I have a popsicle here for those of you watching live. Big fan of a popsicle. It's a rocket pop. Alright, so we're just gonna sit still here for about 50 seconds or so. Alright, fire. We got some B-roll, folks. That's what it takes to be a professional streamer. Can we get a like spike going? Everybody watching the stream, like right now. Comment, subscribe. Alright, Waltrip, Rudd, Allison, and Martin. Waltrip, Rudd, Allison, Martin. Here we are at Deep Forest as the lights continue to go out. Here we go. Green flag. Ralph Earnhardt leads them into turn number 1 alongside Dale Jr., his grandson. These guys finished 9th and 10th in Daytona, and they're looking for a really good start here. Oh, man. Junior packs it in under Ralph. They try to sort things out throughout the pack. This first section, very technical. Now we join our leaders again. Oh, man. Junior maybe trying to put a nose in on the inside of Ralph, but here comes Tony Stewart in the Pontiac. Man, Stewart packed that car down in there. Trying to get by Dale Jr., trying to not lose too much time to Ralph Earnhardt. They pretty much single file out through the first 5 or 10. Three wide move there by that 24 Rainbow. Ooh, he gets a little loose underneath Bobby Labonte. And as you'll notice, Mark Martin, Davey Allison, Darrell Waltrip, and I believe Ricky Rudd as well do not have paint schemes on their cars. Glitch in the game, definitely not on my end. So we see Ralph Earnhardt coming around to try and lead lap number 1 of 35. Built up quite a nice lead in just 1 lap over Tony Stewart, who's now battling with Dale Earnhardt Jr. to try for that 2nd spot. Stewart passed him on the in the middle section of the first lap. So they all try to fan out, get some space between them and the opponent behind them. Because if you go side by side through this middle section, you lose a lot of time. We see Bill Elliott and Donnie Allison going side by side together. Jeremy Mayfield tried to poke a nose under the inside of that 1 car. And it's all pretty much single file now. Ooh, we see Kyle Petty go a little wide there. Maybe Mark Martin looking to go to the inside of him. He can't get there. Now here we are back with the leaders. We have the Earnhardts bookending the race. We have Ralph in first, son Dale in last. Right now, you just don't want to tear up your stuff. Winning the race, sure, that's a big thing, but you can't do that on lap 2. Well, the one thing you can do is end your chances to win this race very quickly. Here we are, back a little bit. Battle for 6th between Darrell Waltrip and Cale Yarborough. And that's Davey Allison looking behind Darrell Waltrip. Look how tight and technical this inside portion of the course is. And the one thing I will point out, different from this track to other games, the final, I would say the second to last corner, it's a lot tighter than it used to be in previous games. So that's definitely something to look out for these racers. We see Davey Allison in a battle with Jeff Gordon. And then Brady Fletch got by last week's winner, Ricky Rudd. Daytona 250 champ. He's got to be carrying in a lot of momentum into the 2nd race of the season. We see Mark Martin's gotten by Kyle Petty in that 42 Pontiac. As I say that, Kyle's maybe try and own. We have a side-by-side battle here. Earnhardt and Harvick. 2 RCR teammates right there. Harvick stuffs his nose down there, gets on the curb a little bit, gets into Dale Sr. And as I say that, Mark Martin now alongside Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty takes that spot back. Back with the leader, we have the battle for the lead tightening up. Tony Stewart on the inside, or trying to get to the inside of Ralph Earnhardt. Tony, always known as one of the best road racers in NASCAR. Ralph definitely didn't do a lot of turning right in his days in a stock car. See the top 7 all pretty much single file. There's a bit of a breakaway mid-pack. Top 9 have broken away from Bobby Labonte. And Bobby Labonte got by both Ricky Rudd and Brady Fletch right there. Rudd struggling a little bit last week's winner. And the dual winner, the first dual winner at Daytona, Brady Fletch gets by him. Look at the straight line speed he has. I think he's going to be able to get Labonte here. Like, that car has some horsepower. He went a little bit wide there, but he's going to get a really nice run off. So we see Bill Elliott looking to the inside of Ricky Rudd. And that 24 Rainbow easily gets that position back into the top 10. And remember, those who finish 10th start first in the next race. So if you finish 10th here, you will start first at Red Bull, 9th, you will start 2nd, 8th, you will start 3rd, so on and so forth. And a little bit of a breakaway from 14th to 15th as well, as Kerry Earnhardt and Mark Martin trying to work things out right here. Fletch trying to break away, trying to catch that 28 Robert Yates Ford to Davey Allison. I have to say, this has been a pretty tame race so far. So we ride on board with Davey Allison, seeing Jeff Gordon maybe trying to make a move on Darrell Waltrip right there. Will Gordon have the inside positioning to do so? Here we are on board with Gordon. Gordon on the inside of Waltrip. Waltrip gets a better run off of that second to last corner. Maybe third to last, depending on how you look at it. And here he comes. Look at the speed out of that 24 car. So we see Davey Allison right there in the rear view mirror, maybe looking to the inside. But to no avail. Look at those brake rotors glowing on that 24. All those brake rotors glowing on all these cars as Cale Yarborough goes to the inside of Derek Cope for that 5th spot. He's going to have to take the long way around right here, and Cope cuts him off. Oh, but Yarborough sticks his nose back in there. Old Hickory is not taking this lightly. That's for sure. He's going to have to try something, maybe down this back stretch. We see that Tony Earnhardt for that first spot. But here comes Yarborough. Yarborough has that Junior Johnson power underneath the hood. It's weird to see him duck out like that. I think you want to stay just glued to the back of that 10 car. Will he bury it down here? Oh, he got into the back of him. He certainly did. Oh, Cope gets another really good run off the corner. Yarborough's going to have to fight to see another day. As we go up to our top 4, Ricky Craven, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ralph Earnhardt, and there's Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart building up a pretty decent lead on Ralph Earnhardt in the opening laps. Opening 10 minutes or so of this race. There's Kevin Harvick and Donnie Allison fighting for that relegation spot, as well as Dale Earnhardt. The bottom 3 get relegated in this race. We'll have 3 new participants next week at Red Bull Ring. And there's Earnhardt, there's Kyle Petty and Mark Martin. Kerry Earnhardt in that 15th spot, along with Jeremy Mayfield in 14th. We see Ricky Rudd continuing to drop down the pecking order, down to 13th spot after a really good run at Daytona. I did not expect this. Bill Elliott and Bobby Labonte, leaders of that pack. Meanwhile, Brady Fletch, he's broken away just a little bit, and he's trying to catch up to Davey Allison. Davey Allison, that entire pack is slowed up a little bit from 4th on back, since they've been doing a lot of jostling. He's got such great speed down the front stretch. Like, even if we ride on board with him... Oh man, he overcooked that corner. Oh man, that was a really good save. That could have ended really badly. He's going out really wide in that. Or on the exit of 1, rather. Oh, he really pitches it loose there. Trying to get holy cow, trying to get up to the back of Davey Allison, excuse me. Goes to the outside of Davey. He's going to get a slipstream off of that Chevy Monte Carlo teammate of Jeff Gordon. He doesn't need it. He leaves Davey in the dust. Oh, he really overcooked that. Davey Allison might have a shot to try and do a crossover. No, he cannot. Tremendous race in the opening stages. As we talk about a tremendous race, look at this foursome right here. Dale Jr. trying to get around his grandfather. A lot of dirt getting kicked up onto the track by Stuart Earnhardt. Well, by pretty much the entire field, but we saw a lot of it there by Stuart Earnhardt Jr., Ralph, and Ricky Craven. Now we see Derek Cope, who's put just a little bit of a lead on Cale Yarborough. Remember, earlier in this race, Yarborough was trying to look for a way around Cope, but Cope was not obliging. We see that 24 get up to 8th. And Jeff Gordon got up to 9th as they both passed Davey Allison. Fletcher makes it by Waltrip on the right side there as he maybe looks to the right side of Cale Yarborough. Oh, Yarborough goes way off the track. Almost goes right into traffic as well. That is not what Cale Yarborough was looking for out of today. After a really strong first 9 laps, maybe just a lapse in concentration made him get off track. You never like to see that as a race car driver or a race fan. Look through the pack. Bobby Labonte in 11th. Bill Elliott 12th. Ricky Rudd 13th, Kerry Earnhardt 14th, Jeremy Mayfield 15th, Mark Martin 16th, Kyle Petty 17th, with Dale Earnhardt, Donnie Allison, and Kevin Harvick all finishing in relegation positions. I'm sure none of these drivers really want that, especially Dale Earnhardt, who missed the Daytona 250 and did not score a single point in Daytona. As we come back to our leaders, they're all pretty much equidistant, nose to tail. We have the Pontiac Grand Prix, we have Monte Carlo, and Monte Carlo. General Motors got to be really happy with how their entries are doing. The top 8 are from the General Motors stables. So we look through the top 4 as we get to Derek Cope, Brady Fletch, looking for that 5th spot. It's going to be a little bit easier as he doesn't have Cale Yarborough to contend for 6th, but he does have Darrell Waltrip just a little bit behind him. And if you're Bobby Labonte back in that 11th spot, you really want the magic that your 20-car teammate has. Tony Stewart leading this thing. Bobby Labonte just stuck mid-pack. Hasn't really been able to make a move so far, but there's still a lot of racing left. A lot of racing left. And Earnhardt, man, Earnhardt, Allison, and Harvick all dropping back from the pack. You really don't love to see that when you're in those cars. Stewart gets a very good lead, but then these 3 tend to just reel him in down those straightaways because, I mean, being the first car, you're going to be the slowest. Here we go. There's that 24 he got around Derek Cope. He's got a long way to go before he gets to Ricky Craven, his Hendrick car teammate. Look how, oh wow, he's really not pretty with that throttle, but man, he can really get on it and shove that car around this track. We see Darrell Waltrip trying to battle with Jeff Gordon. Here we are on board with the 4-time champ Jeff Gordon. Waltrip unable to get around him, and look at that lead already that 24 Brady Fletch has. Once he got clear of Derek Cope, he was just gone. It's going to be fun to try and to see him try and chase down that top 4. And man, oh, he gets in the dirt a little bit there. And as we come to the 20-minute mark, it will become a custom here on LizBiz TV for these CASCAR Cup Series races. I will let you just crank it up and hang out with the sound of the cars for a little bit. I will be back with 10 laps to go to call the finish of this race. Pit stops here for the 24 Rainbow. He comes in for 4 new tires and a full tank of fuel. Anybody else gonna take that opportunity? Doesn't look like it, not this lap. We see our top 4 come in. Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ricky Craven, and Ralph Earnhardt all coming in. It's going to be interesting to see if Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Gordon follow suit. Here comes Darrell down pit road. Jeff Gordon going to stay out another lap. Derek Cope coming in, Bobby Labonte, Bill Elliott, Donnie Allison, Mark Martin, Jeremy Mayfield, Kyle Petty, Kerry Earnhardt, Kevin Harvick, and Donnie Allison all stay out for at least one more circuit around this track. Now it's going to be fun to see where that 24 comes out in relation to everybody else because he needed 1 lap extra of fuel. It'll be interesting to see if that has anything to do with how long that pit stop was. Doesn't look like it. He's going to get out. Oh, somebody got out just before him. That's Darrell Waltrip in the 17. Will he be able to clear him going into 1? No, he will not. Now let's rejoin our leaders. Ray Evernham calls that 24 Chroma Premier car into pit lane. So I believe that's everybody that cycled through these green flag pit stops. Now that Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Davey Allison, Mark Martin, Kyle Petty, Jeremy Mayfield, Kerry Earnhardt, and Bill Elliott go in. Look at the gap between Fletch and the top 4. I imagine Fletch just had a really slow pit stop. But that's certainly not what that team was looking for. They have a lot of ground to chase back down as we see Jeff Gordon re-enter the track ahead of Darrell Waltrip. Then we have Cope, Labonte, Yarbrough. So a lot of people coming out now. Yarbrough not quite being able to get into that top 10 quite yet. Remember, if you finish 10th where Bobby Labonte is right now, you are able to start the next race in that pole position. That all-important pole position. There's that 24. He's gaining on that top 4 group. I just don't know if he's going to be able to have enough time. Because we're coming to 10 laps to go. I don't know if you can make up all that ground in 10 laps. Here goes Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the inside of that 20. Couldn't make anything happen. Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart have had a great battle all race long going on. But that 25 and that 3 of Ralph, Craven and Ralph Earnhardt, they have not been able to, or they haven't been able to been shaken. Like that 20 and that 8 still have to worry about those guys. They're quick enough to keep up. Are they quick enough to pass though? Remember when I said there isn't enough time? Look at that 24 car. He is putting together some excellent sector times. Oh, I say that, he scrapes a wall right there. In a very unconventional place to scrape the wall. Maybe just not paying attention. You see him dive into that final corner. Man, he always slides the tires going into that corner. That cannot be good for those tires. But remember, he made about a 21 lap run on the first set. He only has to go about 14 laps on this one. So that's going to be really good for him later on. He's going to be able to push that car. And as we go back with our leaders, 28, 25, 3. That is how they run. They're starting to get a little bit free of that 3 car. A little bit of wordplay there. But Stewart and Earnhardt Jr. haven't been able to shake each other at all this race. They've been nose to tail pretty much the entire time since we dropped the green flag. Alright, now I think this is where Junior's going to have a shot at him. Because this is a very long straightaway. He's going to need to get by that 20 car before that 24 rainbow car gets to them. He's got a very good run on that 20. But if you look in Ralph Earnhardt's rear view mirror, starting to see that 24 rainbow car. That's definitely not a pretty sight for these racers. As we go back on board with Junior. Junior was looking to the inside of Stewart, got into the back of Stewart. Craven not able to take advantage. Junior not able to get to the inside. Ralph Earnhardt's got to be really careful, because that 24 car, wow, he's flying right now. Here's Gordon, Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, Derek Cope, Bobby Labonte, Cale Yarborough, Bill Elliott, Jeremy Mayfield, Donnie Allison, Kyle Petty, Mark Martin looking to get around Kyle Petty with Kevin Harvick, and Kerry Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt Sr., and Donnie Allison still in relegation position They only have 7 more laps to get by and try to qualify for the next round at Red Bull Ring. Oh, we have a pass for position, it was looking like. And it looks like it's going to happen right here. Maybe not, maybe going down the front stretch, but that top 4 is accordion together. And here comes the 24 Rainbow Fletcher. It didn't get off quite as well there. Didn't get off the corner quite as well, I should say. And man, we've seen that 24 Rainbow car have issue after issue. Took so long on pit road. He lost a lot of time at some point during the race. But he's still pushing that thing, and he's looking to try and get that first win in the second race of the season. That would definitely be really good, and definitely take a large monkey off your back if you can get that done this early in the year. But we still see the top 3, as they have been for the last few laps: Stewart, Earnhardt Jr., Craven. But it's going to get a lot more exciting. We see that 3 car right there. And then 24 car lost him more time. Wonder where that happened. My goodness, he's just pushing that car. Maybe pushing it a bit too much. And then once again, through the pack. Rudd, last week's winner in 8th spot. Labonte, Cope, Yarbrough, Elliott Mayfield, Davey, Kyle Petty, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick. Then you have the 2 Earnhardt boys, and then an Allison. The Alabama gang would not be happy if one of their faithful was not racing next week at Red Bull Ring. Definitely wouldn't the Earnhardt clan either. And as we come to the fastest part of this racetrack, we see the fastest car on this racetrack is right behind that 3 of Ralph Earnhardt. He's getting a big run. You can see it right there. He's gaining a lot of time on that 3 car. Top 4 right there for the picking. Can that 24 get there and try and get something, looking for a place to happen? Oh, and we see our last place car, Donnie Allison, falling back. He's losing touch with the pack. It's looking likely he's going to get relegated. Back to our leaders. Ralph Earnhardt being caught by that 24. Let's ride on board with the 24. Thought he was going to look to the inside there. He's going to look to the inside on this straightaway. He has really great takeoff speed on corner exit. He's going to try. Here he comes. Slipstream with that 3. Is he? Oh, he crosses him over. What a move! Knew Ralph Earnhardt was going to try to go to the right side there, so he juked left. He's only got 3 more spots till the pinnacle of this race. But he's only got about 5 more laps until the conclusion of this race. Will his Hendrick teammate, I know, probably not, but will his Hendrick teammate of Ricky Rudd let him by so he can battle Junior and Stewart? These positions are awfully hard to come by. We've seen how much Fletcher had to battle, so I don't think so. I don't think Craven would be willing to just give up a position for his teammate. Stewart, Earnhardt Jr., Craven, Fletch. We have a new top 4 with Ralph Earnhardt falling back. But he still has a massive lead on Jeff Gordon there in 6th. It's looking very likely that Ralph Earnhardt is going to get a top 5 finish. There's Darrell Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte, Elliott, Cope, Yarbrough, Mayfield, Davey, Kyle, Mark Martin, Kerry Earnhardt. Oh, Kerry Earnhardt is past Kevin Harvick. Kerry Earnhardt no longer in a relegation position. At 29-3, Man, Donnie Allison's really fallen off the pace. He's definitely not going to make it with that pace. Oh, excuse me, with that pace next week. All right, here's that 24 Rainbow looking. Maybe trying to make something happen on the inside of that 25 on this corner. Oh, he buries it. Oh, he gets into Earnhardt Jr. Earnhardt Jr. spins around. No way, Dale Earnhardt Jr. One of the fastest cars on the day. It's looking like it might just be Ricky Craven and Tony Stewart now, as that 24 Rainbow packed it in way too hard into that second to last corner. Here he comes. He's going to try and get that position from Junior. No, he gives Junior a little bump. But Junior easily clears that 24. I cannot believe that. After pretty much a picture-perfect day for Dale Earnhardt Jr., he gets hit into and back into third place with only 4 laps to go. What a heartbreaker. But that car does have speed. Will he be able to catch up to Craven and Stewart? It doesn't look likely. That 24 car was the fastest thing on the track for the last 10 laps or so, but he hasn't been able to catch up back to that 8 car ever since trying to, well, not trying to spin him, but locking up the brakes and getting into him. I will say Junior is extremely lucky that he pretty much skidded to his stop and didn't spin around. So if he spun around, that would have cost him way more time. And he's really lucky that the rest of the pack wasn't entirely close. Oh, here we go. That 24 to the inside of that 8. That 8 lets him have it. Will that 8 pack it into the corner? Yes, he does. Wow. Outbreaks that 24 into that corner. Impressive braking ability, impressive driving ability by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Look at Fletch to the outside. You don't pass on the outside in those corners. What a move by that 24. Looking to get Craven and Stewart now. We have just 3 laps to go. 54 minutes of racing comes down to 3 laps here at Deep Forest. Tony Stewart doing a masterful job on the inside of this track. It doesn't look like he's made a mistake all day. Though to be fair, Earnhardt Jr. never made a mistake all day. Fletch just got into the side of him with pretty much reckless abandon, if I do say so myself. Stewart starting to draw away from Craven. Craven looking for any type of slipstream to try and get past Stewart. Hearing problems. There might be some fuel issues on some of these guys. They might have left the pits too quickly, try and get some track position, but they've been saving all run. Hopefully they can make it to the checkered flag. Here we go, that 25 looking to the inside of that 20. Craven packs it down in there, gets to the inside of Stewart. New leader Ricky Craven with 2 laps to go here at Deep Forest. What a move! He was probably 10 car lengths back last lap. You found something in that 25 Budweiser car. Ricky Craven, your new leader. Hasn't led a lap all day until right now. Fletch, he's setting personal best sector times, but I don't think that's going to be enough. He's got a long way to go to get to Stewart and an even longer way to get to Craven. And now here we go through the pack for the final time. Jeff Gordon, Darrell Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte, Bill Elliott, Cale Yarborough, Jeremy Mayfield, Derek Cope. Good battle there for that 13th spot. Derek Cope, Davey Allison, Kyle Petty, Mark Martin, Kerry Earnhardt in the final three. Harvick, Dale Earnhardt, both of those guys have kind of fallen back, and Donnie Allison definitely fallen back. Donnie Allison will not make this next race. As here we go, the penultimate time through that corner. We have Ricky Craven rather. 2 previous wins, one at Martinsville, one in Darlington. Contact with both. Here they go. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Nobody's going to be able to get to Craven, it's looking like. I don't think that 24 Rainbow has enough steam. I don't even know if he's going to be able to get up to Stewart. And we see Junior right there after contact with that 24. Man, I'm sure he'd love to have that corner back. Oh, we see Ricky Rudd, last week's winner, into the pits. This might put him in relegation territory. We told you that some people were short on fuel. Ricky Rudd, no way. Bad luck for him here in Deep Forest. Anyways, here's the leader, Ricky Craven. Coming into the final hairpin for the final time. The 3 leaders are pretty much equidistant. I don't think Fletch is even going to be able to get Stewart for second. Ricky Craven into the hairpin for the final time. That 24 goes wide. He's not going to have a shot at Stewart, and I don't think Stewart has a shot at Craven. Craven down the home stretch for the final time. And Ricky Craven coming down the front stretch is going to get the second win in the CASCAR Cup Series. Tony Stewart third, Fletch fourth, Earnhardt, Gordon Waltrip, Labonte Yarborough Elliott, Mayfield Cope Allison, Petty, Martin, Earnhardt. Harvick escapes relegation with Dale Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd, and Donnie Allison, all not making next race at Red Bull. Man, what an exciting race. What an exciting winner. I'm sure Ricky Craven is over the moon. Anyways, that was the second race in the CASCAR Cup Series this year. My name has been Braden Fletcher. Thank you for watching LizBiz TV, and we'll see you next week while we're at Red Bull Ring, the full course.